Hello, everybody. This meditation today is called The Wings That Fly Us Home. It's just a short meditation, maybe 20 minutes or so. And it's designed to help us experience the flight that's possible when we get in touch with who we really are. So, of course, flight is something of an analogy, and having wings. Of course, we do not have physical wings, but that analogy of the wings of love, flight into eternity, flight into infinity, these kind of images have long been used on the spiritual path by teachers of all traditions, based on the experience that so many had, that there was a certain freedom, ecstasy even, in connecting with our essential self and our essential divinity. So let's begin. Just take a seat, or lying down is fine, whatever is comfortable for you. If you're sitting, then I think it's always best to sit with the somewhat straight back, though not tense. And as always, as we prepare to touch that part of us which is essential, there's certain baggage that is best left behind, at least for the journey, as we practice the journey to touch our essential selves. There'll come a time when the backpack is not required at any time. But at this point on our planet and our lives on the planet, we often need to just pause long enough to drop the bag, leave behind some of the baggage, just to give us space. So, to start this journey, just leave behind. You can perhaps imagine a table next to you, whatever works for you. Set aside. First, let's set aside the troubles of the day, the things we deal with every day, the phone calls, the stuff at work, the family issues, the wonderful things, the difficult things, all of those, just for a moment, just for the time of this meditation. Let's leave those behind. Also, let's leave the past behind. We often carry the past with us and are triggered or reminded of it in many ways, but for this short time, just leave it behind. The past no longer exists. And similarly, let's leave behind our concepts of the future. The future never arrives. When we arrive there, it's the present. So for this time, let's leave our concepts, our hopes, our dreams, our fears about the future. Let's just leave them behind for now. And while we're at it, let's leave behind our concepts of what we want ourselves to be, who we are, who we're supposed to be, who we wish we were, all those things. let's leave these behind as well. And the kind of world we want. Just for this short time. Don't worry about the world. Leave behind your ideas about the world you want, how it should be, how you wished it could be, all of that. The world will not go away, so it'll be here when you come back. Just leave these things behind. And having left these behind, we're just going to travel. And travel's really the wrong word, isn't it? Because this path has no distance. We are on the inner, no distant past path to our essential home. The home that is actually always with us. So just be still. I notice my in-breath. I notice my out-breath. I notice that I am in a field, a realm of no past, no future, no expectations, no created self, no daily concerns. This place exists within each of us and within the nature of existence itself. It's the home within you, the home from which we arise. Just sit and listen with your heart. Don't listen with your ears. Open your heart. What is your heart? The longing to love and be loved. But just leave the longing aside. No longing required. Just sit in this absolutely safe place and allow this silent, empty space to be with you. Just notice it. Don't think about it. Just notice. And if your mind comes up with things that you should be thinking about, or your mind thinks you should be thinking about, just tell it, I'm a bit busy right now. Later. No need to be angry at it. No need to be frustrated. We have a mind. It's a beautiful thing. But you're in charge. Let the space that we are in be our full experience. And what is the nature of this silent emptiness that we are in? This place of no past, no future, no concepts, no mind, no chatter. What is the nature of this? As we sit here, there is a silence. the silence that reaches far beyond any boundaries. But in fact, it's not just empty. There is an isness, a somethingness about this silence. It's something like a richness that is indescribable, a peace that passes all of our possibility to understand with our mind. Silent, no boundaries, and yet no distance either. As you sit here, do you feel separate from this silence? No. It is a silence that exists deep within you and yet far beyond you. And in fact, the boundary between what you sense is you and what is outside of you, that veil becomes thinner and thinner and thinner. There actually is no distance, no veil. You are part of the very space, the very stillness, the very peace. Love arises when there's no distance between us. And in this case, the us is there is no distance between us and this deep, boundless, timeless, spaceless place that is no place that we are in. And again, if you want to pause the recording and just spend time in this place, this silence, this peace, feel free, of course. You can turn it back on whenever you want. So we spoke in the beginning about the wings that fly us home. Where you are right now is home. So of course, it's not physical wings that flew you here, but you have a lightness, a boundlessness that is just like flight. So for a moment, seek the boundary of your own awareness. Does it end with your skin? No. Does it end at the room that you're sitting in? No. Let your sense of your awareness expand beyond the room, into the city around you or the country around you. Keep allowing the awareness to fill in the space beyond the city, to the country, to the nation, to the world. Your awareness. There is no boundary between your awareness and the awareness that is. Go beyond the earth to space, beyond the moon, to our solar system. Let your awareness fly to the corners of its possibilities. There is no corner. There are no boundaries beyond the solar system to the galaxies. To planets that we could not reach in many lifetimes in the physical sense. But our awareness can go there. We can fly. Why? Because we are not alone. We are supported, lifted up, given the gift of awareness that enables us to fly wherever we choose. And even when we are living life on planet Earth and doing all the things that we do, the quality of this limitless, infinite, timeless awareness is part of us all the time. We can bring this awareness to everything we do, to every relationship we have. We can pour this awareness into the smallest of interactions and the biggest of interactions. We are on one level limited by time and space. Our perception of the world we live in is fashioned by our mind's capacity and the tools, the senses we have to interpret it. But underneath all that, there is this home beyond all time and space. Unfathomable to the mind, but intimately available to our awareness. That's freedom. The quality of our life goes beyond the capacity of our mind to understand it. We can actually fly on wings of love, peace, timelessness, spacelessness. It is where the energy of our life comes from. So it's a good idea to spend time here. First, we do it in meditation as we are today. But like anything else, when you find home, it's a good place to go. And you begin to realize you carry it with you all the time. We can fly home anytime. I wish you peace. Thanks for joining me on this journey, this distanceless journey. We each have wings that fly us home. And we, in fact, are the winds of love that support those wings. So I wish you safe and wonderful flights whenever you need. And I wish you peace. Thanks, everyone.